going on, beautiful people? The Black Hokage, aka TVH. And to be honest, Ubisoft must have saw my previous Assassin's Creed Valhalla video because I wasn't pleased and they invited me back for another event where I got some more hands-on time with the game. This time they gave me 6 hours of hands-on time with the game. They let me loose in the world. And I'm happy to come back to you guys and report that I've mostly had positive things to say. Before we get into that, allow me to give you a friendly reminder to follow me on social media. That's where you can get the latest videos, streams, and memes. Links in the description box below. Or you can scan the QR code on the right hand side of the screen. It'll bring up a web page with all my social media pages. But now that we got that out of the way, let's talk some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. My opinion on this game, it's changed. And here's why. First and foremost, let's address my two biggest concerns from my previous video. The introduction of a stamina bar in combat and while riding a horse. I got into a lot more combat scenarios in this play session, and what I found is the stamina bar really isn't that big of a deal. You recover stamina whenever hits connect, so as long as you're not complete trash, you should be okay. I see the stamina bar only becoming annoying during boss fights where you're more inclined to miss. But regular combat sections, you should be fine. Now that horse stamina, that still gotta go. I'm sorry, it's just not fun having to deal with a large open world and your horse is constantly running out of breath, so you have to slow down every few seconds. Yes, you can unlock fast travel from activating vantage points, but you gotta get to them first. And it won't be easy because this game is a large open world game. Ubisoft told the press that this wouldn't be as large or as long as Odyssey, and that may be true, but don't get it twisted. This map is still massive and there is still an overwhelming number of things to do. I was excited to hear that they were downscaling, and then I opened up the map while I was playing and I thought to myself, oh my God, this is looking like another unnecessary 100-hour game. The good news is that this game does feel like it has a lot of new things to offer, as well as old mechanics are coming back that I know a lot of AC fans missed. One of those mechanics being social blending. All throughout the world, you're given the option to blend into the masses like in the old games. It's just nice to see that extra layer of depth to the stealth gameplay, especially because I was concerned this would be a straight action game based off the previous demo that they let us play. I mean, you can sit on benches, hire drunks as distractions, use items in the environment, and more. And speaking of the environment, I'm still not a fan of the Viking era or the choice of location, but I'm happy to report that it's not as grim as I previously thought. The original demo they let us play was straight dull, gray, and foggy, just like Cleveland. But I got to see more of the world in this session, and there was much more diversity in the environments, and there was a whole lot more color. Don't get me wrong, this is not Egypt or Greece, but it wasn't terrible. I would also like to point out that the attention to detail in this environment is amazing. I remember I got into a fight where my sword hit what I believe was a sack of flour, and the whole room became white. It was funny, and it was unexpected. Even it made the fight harder, but I still enjoyed it. And I wouldn't be surprised if I was hitting flour sacks all the time because I'm just missing swinging my sword or my axe. Due to the fact that there are new enemy types that present new challenges. The ones that stood out to me the most is the enemies that wield knives. They're much quicker than everyone else, plus they bob and weave incoming attacks like a boxer. It made for an engaging experience. What was also engaging was the smaller scale raids. I stand by what I said in my original video. Storming the castles and raiding the kings with the battering ram was slow and boring, but the smaller scale raids I got to play in this session were actually pretty fun. It makes you feel like an actual Viking. The way it works is certain towns will have large treasure chests, so you have to call the homies up on the phone, not literally the phone, y'all know I'm joking. It's like some thing they blow, some big tuba thing, and the homies gonna come, they gonna help, they gonna pull up, and you guys are gonna start the raid. The village will try to defend what's theirs, but I never lost the raid because them raids, man, they are complemented by an amazing soundtrack. When the homies pull up and the music starts thumping, I was hyped.
Together, right? Your corpse. Oh, shame and be patient.
Also, Ubisoft let me touch the skill tree this time for a little bit, and there were some dope abilities here. The chain assassinations are fire. You stab someone, and then you throw an axe at the next enemy, and it does like this sniper elite slow-mo type moment. Look, you'll need all those abilities too, because the legendary hunts return to this game. Fighting those large mythical animals in Odyssey was one of my favorite things to do, so it's nice to see that Valhalla will also have its own version. I don't know what legendary animals or creatures we will be fighting because I didn't get to play it, but I did run into the guy who passes out the contract, so I know it's in the game. There was also this weird activity where I had to stack stones to prove my intelligence. I don't know how I felt about that. What I can tell you is I am still not 100% sure if I like this new protagonist, but what I do know is the world will be full of colorful characters at least. I played this one mission where this woman asked me to find some, there were snake eggs, and then she ate them in front of me, and then this happened.
Eggs! 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 Yes! Oh, I knew I would regret this. That nearly turned my insides out. Oh, I wish I could see the stir I've caused above. My reward before I choke to death.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
All in all, my second impression of Valhalla is I like it more than I originally did. This play session addressed some of my concerns with it being a straight action game, but with that being said, I still stand by what I said in the original video. Personally, I feel like I'll still like this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes my least favorite of the new trilogy. It really all depends on how fire that story is. We shall see when the full game releases on November 10th, 2020. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like on the video. It helps the channel grow. Feel free to follow me on social media. There will be links in the description box below, as well as you can scan the QR code to the right of me. Also, if you made it to this part of the video, please comment in the comment section. Templars eat ass, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.